US President Donald Trump commented on statements from the Russian side claiming that Ukraine allegedly carried out an attack on the state residence of Russian President Vladimir Putin, located in the Novgorod region near Valdai. His reaction to these claims was reported by Sky News. You can find more details in our report. You're watching the Glavred channel, and I'm your host, Diana. Subscribe to the channel and give us a like. To be honest, I don't know anything about this. I just heard about it, but so to speak, well, for now, I don't know anything about it. That would be very bad. That would not be good, Trump said during a joint meeting with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. According to the American leader, it was Vladimir Putin who personally told him about the so-called attack during their last phone conversation. Putin told me about this early in the morning. He said that he had been attacked. This is unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Don't forget that I stopped the supply of Tomahawk missiles to Ukraine, the US president emphasized. In addition, Donald Trump also mentioned that very conversation with the Russian president, noting that in his opinion it went positively. By the time we finished in Russia, it was 2:30 in the morning. We had a very good conversation. We spoke at 8 in the morning our time, and it was a very productive conversation, the head of the White House said. Trump also clarified that during the conversation with Putin, the parties touched on several very complex issues. At the same time, he expressed confidence that some of them could be resolved over time, which in his opinion may pave the way for achieving results. Meanwhile, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov stated that on the night of December 29th, Ukraine allegedly tried to attack Putin's residence in the Novgorod region using drones. This information was immediately refuted by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Lavrov's words were disseminated by the Russian news agency TASS. According to Lavrov, Russian military personnel allegedly detected 91 drones attempting to attack the facility, which is the official residence of Vladimir Putin. He claims that all the drones were supposedly destroyed by air defense forces. Despite these claims, the Kremlin has not released any photos or video evidence of the so-called attack, while also stating that there were no damages or casualties. Lavrov also added that Russia has already identified targets for possible retaliatory strikes and is merely choosing the timing for their implementation. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky categorically denied the statements of the Russian minister and accused Moscow of deliberate lies. He linked the emergence of these accusations to successful negotiations. In his opinion, the Kremlin is trying to create an informational backdrop for further escalation. After all, any progress in relations between Ukraine and the United States is a real failure for the Russians. They do not want to end this war. With their statement that some residence was attacked, they are simply preparing the ground to strike at the capital and government buildings, the head of state emphasized. Zelensky also recalled the missile strike on the building of the Cabinet of Ministers of Ukraine. It was carried out in September, and he urged citizens to be extremely attentive to air raid alerts in the near future. It is also worth noting that the number of drones mentioned by Sergei Lavrov does not match. According to official data from the Russian Ministry of Defense published on the morning of December 29th. According to information from the Russian Defense Ministry, at first 18 drones were allegedly shot down over the Novgorod region. Later, they reported another 23 drones destroyed. And what about this? What do you think? Write your thoughts in the comments and we'll read them. That's all for now. Share your thoughts, leave a like, and see you next time.